I never gave Ja credit until he got drafted for the simple fact that his goal was to make it to the NBA. His goal wasn't to make it to college. His goal wasn't to be the best scorer in high school. His goal wasn't to do that. It was to make it to the NBA. So I felt like, as a parent, presently, I was there to make sure I helped my kid and my kids.
Welcome to the Teed Up Podcast. You got Uncle Phil. You got basically the name of the show, Tee Morant here, a.k.a. Pops.
What's happening?
And then we got Tap, who's probably going to be a regular, irregular guest on the show. Whenever he want to pop in, you know, it's all on him. We want to start this episode by talking about our story. All three of us are from the same place. You know, we all grew up in Sumter/Dalzell, South Carolina. We all came with an unconventional path. I went junior college and then finished at an NAIA Division II school. My brother went straight NAIA 1 in South Carolina, Claflin University. And Tap actually went junior college in Cowley in Kansas, and then actually finished in Wichita at Friends University. I was at Knoxville College, 2-year college in Morristown, and then finished at Virginia Intermont in Bristol, Virginia. So if you want to Google, both of my colleges are now closed down. They both. One of them got arson lit on fire probably like 2 months ago in Knoxville, and the property got bought out. So I don't know what they're doing in Bristol with it, but yeah. No
disrespect.
I mean, you can do what you want, man. It's a university, you know. So hey, I'm out of there now. No student loans or nothing. It's gone. So yeah, we want to get into our story a little bit. All right, so a little background. Me and T, background pretty much the same until we became adults. We are literally, they say Irish twins. We ain't even 2 years apart. So you know what that means. Our mama was doing a little something. You know what I mean? But so our story is pretty much the same. We're 2 years apart in grade, but we're what, 18 months?
18, something
like that. 18 months apart in age, and he had a late birthday.
We actually went to school together because you failed.
I did, 9th grade, and because of basketball. And we get into that because of basketball. But we ended up being 2 years apart because he had a late birthday. And when we moved from New York to South Carolina, that was the rule in South Carolina. If your birthday wasn't this date, you couldn't start. So that's how we grade-wise ended up. We still graduated 2 years apart. I mean, you always slick distance.
You graduated.
You see that delayed reaction?
91.5.
No, it was 91. I just got my diploma through the mail. I was already at college though, so forget all that.
That's a fact.
Anyway. Tap actually is basically like surrogate nephew to me.
My son.
T's son, Devonte Pack, a.k.a. Tap. Basically, him and Ja became best friends at age
7
years old, playing Little League against each other.
Wow, child, I had to get him.
Yeah, so Tap is basically an extension of us. Just he don't got the Morant last name. So shout out to all the Packs.
It's Pack Morant. Shout out to Bobo.
I know some Packs.
and Black Gold. You know I got it.
So Tap was the best basketball player last name Pack. Except for Robert Pack. He don't know him yet, but anyway. So getting into our stories, me and my brother we all played sports in my grandma's yard. We played whatever the season sport was, but it wasn't nothing like you would expect. Where we grew up at, it's rural Dalzell, South Carolina. Tap lived more city living, but he would be in the country. But where me and T grew up at, it was a pocket. I remember hearing, we had a cousin, JoJo English, that was really nice. Saw a couple highlights on TV with Laura Richland. And then he's at USC, and we go to this game, and we in the nosebleeds. And I just remember the intro, And USC rolling out the red carpet for the starting lineup and seeing the number 4 and him coming out there, and that inspired me to take more of an interest in basketball. I don't know how you got into it.
Shit, I don't know how I got into it. I mean, because back in the woods, like everything was surrounded by what you did for the day. And we didn't have that montage, but it was conquer the day. So at the end of the day, whatever we did in any sports, I don't care if it's football, basketball, and you always talk, you was talking about how Truck would build stuff. We did wrestling rings, we did golf, but we would, after it's night, even at night, we playing hide and seek in pitch black. Y'all got to remember, this pitch black, no street lights.
We in the woods.
We in the woods.
We are in the woods.
We in the real woods, but everybody is bragging about what they did for the day. So I think that's where the competitive nature came from with all us, but basketball probably
was last.
I think that's what got me the passion for the game. When we used to walk in and we used to be sitting down and see how these Air Force guys was competing against each other.
He wouldn't let us play, remember?
We was on the sideline. We was on the sideline, but then is GT, Big O, and all them boys putting in word Bruce cherry picking ass, you know. And then we really couldn't wait till it was our turn to get on the court. So we'll go to the little auxiliary gym and start playing like 21 or whatever. But at the same time, like it was a must for us to come see them play to see where we need to be at. And I think that's where my passion for basketball shifted, going there and realizing we're not good enough to be on the court yet. And how can we get good enough to be on the court yet? Because like Walt would say, if y'all ain't at the van by 7:45, your ass left.
Yeah, we stayed at their house every Friday. In the summer, every Friday, me, T, Cooley, that was our team. That's why, like, every time I look at the movie He Got Game, when Ray done walked to that court at night and said, we got next, Walt, he made us the team. It's me and John. We both graduated together. Cooley was a year behind us, and then it was Ray and T. So when he took us to the gym, he literally would be like, y'all go over on the side. So we got to basically play 21 and all ones and 2-on-2 against each other, and we standing there looking like, man, we go sign our name up, like, man, we gonna sign our team up. They'll erase our names. Like, so all the grown men, they be like, yo, who is Phil?
Who the hell are these little
niggas? And they look, and they like, and erase you. We sitting there like, man, when they gonna let us run? And he finally let us run.
And because they was a military guy, you know, it was Saturday morning, so they got a hangover. So, I mean, from 8 to 11, they would hoop. And then after, Walt would like, he'll be like, y'all gonna stay or y'all gonna, and sometime he would come back and get us. So we have to walk. We have to walk back probably about 2.5, 3 miles.
And it's 100 and something. You know,
South Carolina.
You know it's South Carolina, because we had to love it, because at 8 o'clock in the morning it's already 90 degrees. Around 10. It's 100 and something, and we out there like
y'all was out there.
Yeah, not T, not T. But we'll be out there playing like Radon was base housing. So across the street from there, you know the 5,000 area, the shop at, but there's a court right there with lights. So Ray could just walk across the street and get up shots.
Right.
We in the yard. So me and Cooley will be out there waiting for T to come out, you know what I'm saying? And T would come out, he always slept late since he been little, bro, like for real.
For real.
He'd come out yawning, and it was like the sun hit him, and he like, no, I'm going back inside. I'm not playing. He come back out
that's how I learned how to cook. Because I was like, I'm not going outside. I'll be in the kitchen with grandma.
Yeah, like he not coming.
Y'all tripping.
He did not come out there till the evening and play. We done been playing since 9
I was growing.
He was. No lie. Me, T, Ray, and John, and Cooley was all around 5'8", and then me and John was going to 10th grade. That's the flunk, because I was basically be on a roll. in ninth grade. And once I saw JoJo, that's when I got inspired. Like I want to be out on that court. I wanted to go to USC. I wanted that, and that was like when it like started going. Him and Ray around each other all the time. Me and John both play football and basketball, but football football is year round. So the coach wants you at the school lifting and all this stuff and whatnot. While they still hooping and just getting better. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and then he growing. So now he big dogging me. I'm killing him. But boy, now it's like, he got the height, and now he understanding how to play with the height because he play in the post. You get what I'm saying? So it ain't no jump shooting. Everything in South Carolina was what? To the rack.
Oh, yeah. You got to go.
Ain't nobody jump shooting. That's why they like, man.
Ain't nobody dribbling like that.
They like, Ray got that jump shot. I'm like, it wasn't in South Carolina. No. His daddy could shoot the ball.
Yeah, right or left-handed.
And that's why we would always be over there with him because he was big on the sport. He was big on, he was the only one that like taking us. Like our parents wasn't taking us around to,
base.
They can't get on the base.
Right.
So we over there every Friday. Flow cooking, you know what I'm saying? And they house already overcrowded.
See, hey, shout out to Mama Flo Allen. It was Taco Friday. It wasn't Taco Tuesday. It was Taco Friday at the Allens.
Hell, we ain't never had tacos. They came from California. They making real tacos. They ain't making Taco Bell, nothing like that. They making real tacos.
Make your own.
We get about 3. Ray eat about 12.
Yeah, I ain't lying.
For real. But we over there, you know what I'm saying? So I dig that part because now you got the bag and you coming over chilling and whatnot. We was doing the same thing. It's funny how shit don't, you know what I'm saying? What they say, it should stay the same. That was one thing, like when it got like now I'm going off into my life and stuff and it's like I'm still an avid sports fan, but now I'm trying to learn the business side. But that was a crazy thing because now T has Ja, and then, of course, like years later, that's when I, meet Tap and stuff like that. But then it's like how he took off with basketball, Because one thing me and you always would say, like, when we got kids, like, if they don't want to do it, I ain't wasting my time.
Oh, no.
Nah,
No, push or pull them in any direction. And the crazy part about it is, now that you say that, it was like, now in perspective, I'm Tap and Ja is Ray. Because like with the same will and all that, it's like the nod. Ja got the nod, Tap did. Ray got the nod, I didn't. But my thing was, like as close as I was to Ray and the family, I call it the Ray Allen playbook when I was raising Ja because, and I'm not ashamed to say it, like we had the same pretty much skill set or whatever, to score the ball, to defend the ball, the passion for the ball.
The IQ.
But I laugh about it because they were like, hey T, I heard you better than Ray or blah, blah, blah. Like check out bank account.
Yeah.
Check out bank account. I'm not, but the thing about it is, Ray had the vision, and like Phil said, we didn't know basketball was a job.
Yeah.
We played it for sport. When Ray came down, Ray actually knew that this could be a profession for me. I didn't.
He didn't tell us. He said it in his book after he retired. Before he came to South Carolina, Ray Little League team, like I said, USC, Ray was going to Showtime Laker games. So he got to see live pro basketball while we just looking at it on TV in South Carolina, just thinking like, man, they playing on TV. We don't even know he said it in his book. He knew that's what he wanted to do. And I'm like,
Ja first pro game was pre-draft, right? Milwaukee?
Yeah.
The Bucks game.
I think we went to the Bobcats game.
No, we went to Bobcats camp preseason opener or whatever. We went to no game. But that's the thing. I didn't think it was a profession as well. Ignorance is bliss. I get that. But at the same time, it's like when I say Ray would worry about basketball. I would worry about my balls. Ray was in the gym. I was in the club. It's a difference. So, and Tab can attest, like I said, I'm going to use the Allen game plan because a lot of times Ja would be like, hey, Pops, can I go to this club party, blah, 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 blah. Nah, you ain't doing that. And so Ja tried to get smart and get D-Tap them to come over some Fridays, come straight from, hey, Pops, we about to go to this little house party. No. So I turned my man cave into, okay, you invite them here.
Yeah.
That was their kickback, you know, because I didn't want Ja to fall in the same rut as I was as far as being out there and not focus on what you focus on.
You know, it's crazy. We actually, I don't know if y'all did this when y'all did your kickback. We actually would play ball all day and then go home, eat, shower, and this is when we in high school. We would go to somebody's house and watch the NBA playoffs. You get what I'm saying? Like, we always was like watching the game. You could barely get kids to sit down in front of the TV right now. And I remember just getting into the parenting part.
What you about to do.
When you did the trick, you remember when you was tricking Ja to let him go outside?
Which one?
When you would be like,
my thing was Ja would always want to.
You were working with his IQ then.
Yeah, Ja would always want to play the video game, and Tab know about that. Ja would always want to play the video game. So he like, Dad, can I play the video game? So I'll be like, hey, if you show me like 10 triple threats, you can go play the game. So Ja watching the game and he'd be like, Dad, that's one. Dad, that two. If he get too high, I'd be like, nah, that wasn't really a triple threat, right? So my purpose was to make him analyze the game enough to see every move that everybody's doing, you know, to work on his IQ because you're building every day. So when it came to that, by the time he got to 10 triple threats, it's the fourth quarter, 3 minutes in the game, a 2-point game. So he's like, all right, I'll watch the rest of this game. But he's seeing triple threats. He's seeing everything that's basketball entails.
Offensive rebound.
Man, everything. That wasn't a triple threat. My thing was like build on the day, and he's living witness. Like I would come home from work, tapping Ja on the game. I would get up early. I would go to sleep, tapping Ja on the game. I would get up early in the morning, tapping Ja on the game. And I told him, I said, hey, while y'all playing this game, somebody playing the game. Y'all know what that mean? And both of them look at me like, no. And I said, all right, when y'all playing the game, somebody playing the game, I'm about to go to work. When I come back, y'all better tell me what that means. They're like, all right, yeah, whatever. You know, I came home from work. They right there in that same position. They ain't washing nothing, stink as hell. I say, yo, y'all know what that mean? And they talking about when we playing the game, somebody playing the game better. Two dummies. I said, no, while y'all playing the game with y'all thumbs, somebody out there really playing the game. And when they see y'all, they gonna bust y'all ass because y'all ain't even taking this shit serious. So after that, it was probably about a week later, every time I came home from work, the boys had their sneakers on, like, hey, you ready? Pops, you ready? So that's when I had the little small miniature court, and I would take them through drills. And then these dudes was just like us, always want company. So they started inviting people over. And I realized I got 10 people on this piece of concrete. Mm-hmm. That's too much people for that little piece. So that's when I started expanding the court. And then that's when I started like training. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was going through it, especially through the summer. So we talk about that's when I was like, yo, it's no days off. And it was times where it was storming and tapping Ja like, yo, we still gonna get it in. Mm-hmm. So I was standing up under the tree because I was smart, but that wasn't too smart because they say lightning strike close to trees. But I wasn't getting you let that rain and all that get on me. But they was actually doing cone drills and all in the rain. And a lot of time it got down to they really got the passion for it because, man, you know, after after an AAU tournament, you done played, you done sat in the gym all day, every day for like 3 days. And then on the way back, they would sleep. So it felt like I was driving back by myself, but time I get to my house, it's like 11 cars in the yard. They done got a hoop session set up, you know? Huh?
Yeah, so the love was there then.
Shoot, from my perspective, man, from just playing the game, we used to do this little thing where we create the whole Carolina Ravens. So our whole AAU team, we used to have every player. And
so y'all rated them and all?
Yeah, so
y'all give them the high rate,
the best two players, but we'll put the sliders all the way up, 3-point sliders, steals.
So y'all got everybody top level.
All of us, and because you could have created a team.
Yeah, we would have never done that.
we
would have rated everybody honestly.
Press all game, just score about 150 to about 20 the whole time thing. So
y'all just dumb.
So we were just doing stuff like that. So what you were saying, like, they're going outside and stuff.
Yeah.
So now, since he said, all they want to do is play the game, now we go outside and do the same thing.
Right.
It don't be nobody, it just be us two and nobody. We playing, LeBron James throw the lob to this person.
Right,
and then going the little kid joint. And then shoot, once we started working out every day and then D started coming, Avis and all them started coming to training. Shoot, we already know we could have get them over to the house. Hey, y'all want to hoop today? As soon as after the tournament, we put it on Facebook. Hey, hoop session at Ja House.
Are y'all in high school now?
Shit, we were doing that since middle school.
Eighth grade.
We were doing that for a minute.
Right.
Like just come hoop. Then shoot, after a while, we had the older cats coming. Caleb, Keon, and all them. So me, 12.
Burn.
Yeah. Lil George, all of them. So all of them used to be on one team, and then all of us used to be on one team. We by the day, they used to get us a little bit, but we used to compete with them.
Did y'all know? I'm saying, did y'all know y'all want to go to college and all that and play ball?
Me personally, what made me start watching basketball more, because I really ain't know nothing but Kobe. Kobe. I ain't LeBron. I used to like LeBron. I ain't used to like LeBron like that, but I knew LeBron was that good. So it was Kobe, mine, Braun. Then when I met Pops and them, it was T Mac. So that was the next person I started knowing. Then I knew this y'all man, Luis Scola and them. Then I started.
Because he was a Rockets fan.
Yeah. Then I started like, damn, let me start paying attention to the other players. But I already knew I role played like Shannon Brown, Sasa Vujicic, Jordan Farmer, all them. So I started. Damn, let me look at the role players because I was playing with 12 of them, but I was coming off the bench behind some of them. So I started like, man, let me look at some role players, see how they role go and shit like that. And then
hey, who fouled that dude that time, man? Half court.
Again,
half court. 12. Who fouled that dude at AAU?
I was 12.
12 foul.
When y'all say foul, like what type of foul?
Man, it's like probably about 3 seconds left before halftime. And me, Coach Walt, and B. Brown were like, yo, don't foul. Somebody fouled. Both of them ran at the dude, fouled him, shoot a 3-pointer at halftime.
It was 12 though. But look, I can see why you would say it was me because I did used to do Dante Jones.
Yeah, he used to trip people off.
Oh God.
That was the lose. Was I hate to lose part.
Bruh. Hey, when I say I hate to lose, I hate to lose.
I'm talking about for real. Like, hey, it got to the point where, like, when we met him, he had the, like, braids or whatever. That cat went to a clean cut. Kubo said, no, we need the Devonte with braids because this dude right here, hey, that dude was a wild child for real.
Oh, God.
Hey, like no lie. It was like, who the fuck fouled just now? But these dudes had a bro code then. Like, these dudes used to piss me off so bad. I'm taking them to basketball practice and shit. I'm driving, I'm like, the fuck is that? Man, which one of y'all? But they would not tell which one of them fart. It was that serious, and I got to suffer through that. And I'm like, man, stop putting people in y'all goddamn business. I don't smell that shit. But they would never tell.
Right.
Yeah, dude.
That shit was so.
Bruh, hey, but no, they wouldn't just do it one time.
Hey, that's well. Let me see.
They wouldn't do it just one time.
We was on the way back from the barber shop. I'm in the back seat. I was already bad because I think it was that Friday we had tried to come up there and get a cut.
Yeah, get a cut.
We oh man, y'all ain't feel my money or something like that. So you know, he dove back on Sunday.
He used to do that shit to me too.
Yeah, they can't get in front of the money.
Man, we get close to the house. Somebody passed gas.
He said somebody. It's just him and John. He said somebody.
Right. And you.
Everybody that smell it go pop, look over at 12 in the back seat. So you feel?
He said, how you?
That's how you feel? So I'm like, what? That wasn't me. Look back, man, this nigga just started going crazy, bro. Bugging. He said, I told y'all about putting me on y'all motherfucking grill.
Yeah, that is right. You be saying that put people in your business.
You got shit on your mind. Let somebody else go. Don't let me.
Yeah.
But yeah, he took a passion to it then, and that joint became such a village. It was like during the summer. Like I promise you, it used to be like probably about 15 to 17 people when I go to work, laying on the floor, they in the bed and all. They goddamn.
You was saving. Y'all, swear to God, y'all was saving lives, bro.
No, I swear.
Y'all was giving what a lot of these kids even today don't even have, which is direction. You know what I'm saying? Which is some place to go, some place to be, and all that. And even like, you know, like I was about to say, we all had pretty decent high school career. You had the best. You know, I'm talking about even with nephew. You know what I mean? Like you're the only out of the group that won a state championship. You know, but now we go into college. I ain't gonna lie, I tried to quit the first week.
At JUCO?
Tried to quit,
man. My
mom
wasn't playing that. I went to the best college in America, Claflin University. Shout out to the Panthers. You know, I ain't even have to do all that.
I see.
Yeah,
and that's what I see. We JUCO, you go straight to a 4-year college, and the thing is, we ain't never discussed what we doing. That's what I'm saying. Like how people be like having, you know, their top fives and all that stuff.
But the thing is, I seen how 12 of them was living and stuff. I'm like, damn, this how about to be. We in a little apartment. Everybody got their own little single room, got a little kitchen. No, sir.
Nah, he ain't started like that.
Well, when we had first went down for the summer, it was like that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, because I think him and 7 was in 7. Yeah, him and 10 was in 7.
I think Shaq was in there too. It was 4 people.
No, they was rooming. When we dropped them off, bro, it was 2 twin beds. 2 twin beds. And 2 little roll around little nightstands.
Yeah, where they had the little totes.
Now I'm talking about from the summer.
Right.
So by the time he was about to go back to school, I was going to school too. So I only seen that. So.
Hey, that joke was crazy because like I was you gotta think I was coming off a state championship and all. So Phil pretty much opened my eyes to college because I was pretty much playing backseat. But my motto and just like I told y'all, we don't sit the bench for nobody. But when I went to Claflin, I was actually Carlos Hunt. He was actually in front of me. He was the starting small forward. He had similar to you though. Yeah. Point guard the year before. Yeah, so at Claflin, that joint was pretty cool. Phil really brought me into who I was as a basketball player because we played. I was coming off the bench, and my motto was we never come off the bench. And I always told Jados that we don't come off the bench, nobody's bench. So I'm coming off the bench, and we're playing Augusta Metro. It was pretty much like a junior college type joint. Phil came to watch me play. So after the game, we beat them. So after the game, So after the game, we're in the hotel, and Phil says, "Yo, who was that guy?" And I was like, "Which one?" He was like, "Number 21." And I'm like, I'm trying to think of who played for Augusta. I was like, Phil, I don't know these guys. we just scrimmaging them or whatever. And he was like, nah, for Claflin. I didn't even have on my jersey, and I looked down, and I was like, I'm 21. He was like, I don't identify with that guy. He was like, you look like a fucking robot out there. And I was like, what you mean? I had like 11, 12. And he was like, that's not the goddamn T I know. So he fussing at me. He said, in the base gym, you shooting this. In this, you shooting that. So from then, that's when I was like, okay, maybe I am just accepting this backup role. So our second game of the season, we played against Limestone. Carlos had 2 fouls in the first probably about 40-something seconds. So Gus put me in. Shout out to Gus guy. Gus put me in. I had 17 points at halftime. Coming out of halftime, when Gus did the lineup, he was like, T, you starting at the small forward. So Carlos said, so where I'm going to be at? He said, you got 2 fouls. You'll be right beside me. So I finished with 31. And from then on, I started. But at the same time, Carlos didn't like that. So anytime at practice, Carlos grabbing me, he pushing me. He doing stuff that he didn't know I was already built for from the woods, because this dude used to beat me up almost every day. I'm 1 in 99 against Phil. Ask Phil about that last one, though. He ain't want no more smoke with me.
Propaganda.
But like at that level, I think the wood built me to be, who I was as a basketball player, because like if you can battle and fight with family, everybody else is so easy to go against.
And the places he was naming earlier, if Southside Gym, all that, when we heard if that's where to run at,
that's
like y'all had in the backyard, we had to go to all these places. If it's in Columbia, at Fort Jackson, Army Base, wherever, we going. Like if it's Florence, the outside the park thing, we there. Wherever they say the hoop game.
Remember that Rising Stars joint? The video we used to watch every day. And remember when Larry Johnson was on the bench and he was benching, and that cat was like, Karl Malone, Charles Barkley,
Rookie.
whoever. That was our mindset.
Every rep, he like Malone.
Yeah.
Barkley.
Man.
Whoever. We sitting there like, yep.
That's us.
That's how we approach it. Everybody. Remember when Marvin Owens from Alabama?
Oh man,
yeah, recruiter Ray came down.
He came down to the base gym.
Cooley said, "I want him." Cause we ain't get to play Irmo. He was before B.J. Mackey. He at Alabama now. Then came down in the jungle to try to recruit Ray. But you want to hoop?
You want to hoop? Come here.
Wrong place, bro. Wrong place, wrong time.
What was Buddy name though? The one with the Thomas Sumter.
Seiko.
Seiko was like the best. They said the best.
That motherfucker was built like LeBron. I ain't gonna lie. 6'5", 11th grade from Portugal. Exchange student, scoring 50 a game. Across the street, he had an all-white, basically private school across the street from us that would never play us. But he coming to the gym to get like, I want that. And we seeing this in the newspaper. It ain't like your phone, social media. We see it.
Thomas Sumter Daily Item. That's Thomas Sumter Seiko
50, 47.
So we want all that.
Walk in the gym.
Oh yeah, we can't wait. We can't wait. We put Cooley on him.
Bald head, bro. He ready to go.
Every time he go, Cooley chopping him. And that last play, he said something to Cooley.
It was a build-up. It was a build-up.
Yeah.
Because he getting it.
He said, next time you do it, something. Man, we ain't built like that. You got to show up. Man, that cat went to rip through and went to the rack, and Cooley chopped him. That cat hit Cooley. That cat hit Cooley with a 2-piece. Bow, bow, Cooley. Cooley did like this. Man, check ball.
He took it. Bro.
Took all the heart out of him. He ain't shoot no more. That game.
Cool cut at him. He missed, and then he said check ball. Cause for real, like when Cool he did the threat, and then Cool fouled him on purpose. And when Seiko turned around, Cool was like this with his fist balled up, and Seiko was like, sing, sing, and Cool caught that like that, and then he haymaker and missed, and then he like check ball. We like. All right, then. Let's go.
Yeah. Hey, no, he didn't shoot no more. He didn't shoot no more.
Nah, bro. But he realized, like, yo, this the trenches. He ended up signing with George Washington. We thought he was going higher than that.
Yeah.
But I think the level of play, it was like,
and he disappeared.
He wanted to play with us, but you were an exchange student. And then remember he played in a tournament. This kid was straight D1, bro. No denying him. I'm talking about his physicality, his bounce, all that stuff.
He should have been back in the woods.
But yeah, he just wasn't tough. You put this on him, he shut down.
Yeah.
So it's like, bro, you could do that in that private school league, but out here, they don't call fouls. So you had the dope boy teams, then you had the two-way school teams and all that stuff. So all of these dudes, a lot of these dudes at the school with T. You know what I'm saying? It's damn all South Carolina pretty much, you know, a few out-of-staters. But where me and you at, it's a buffet. They from everywhere. That's how I met Marcus. Chicago. I got Philly on the team. I got New York on the team. I got, you know what I'm saying? And you sitting back like, all right, kind of T approach. Man, I gotta figure this out. This ain't the normal game. These ain't the normal type players and whatnot. Like I could throw a lob this high, dude from Jersey. He telling me, bro, when you throw me the lob, throw it down here. Yeah. So he can take it in one hand and put it in the other and do crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying with it. He already at 4 years. Ray go to UConn. You know what I'm saying? So now we sitting back. I'm like, man, that was the only game I got to see him play that year. When I said that, because I'm sitting back like, bro, you just chilling. Like, you was the man, bro. Like, you were scoring 27, 29, 30 a game, and now you on the bench like, yeah, all right, I'm going to just go through the motions. I'm looking like he get a put back here and there and whatnot. Just, you know what I'm saying? He going to play basketball, but he just wasn't going crazy. And I think that 30-something game, it wasn't no looking back.
I like...
He had the best college career too. He won Player of the Year 2 years in a row.
Yeah, actually Player of the Year. But like I think about all that joint in retrospect because Ray first year in the league, he came back to South Carolina. I'm in the barbershop cutting. Ray walks in the barbershop, rolled the ball at me and say, "I'm headed to the base gym. What's up?"
He in there working.
Everybody in that joint like, whoa, like this joint was scripted. And I was like, all right, I count some customers. I said, sign me on the board. I'll be there in 45 minutes. I'm cutting hair. I walks in the base gym.
Damn, you fucks up a lot of hairs in 45 minutes.
Hey, no, I only cut 2. 3. No, it don't take that long.
You probably brought some customers with you. Hey, man, we going with you.
Yeah. So when I walk in the gym, everybody's going crazy. Now me and Ray match up. And I'm talking about we going at it. But the highlight of that joint was Ray caught the ball, mid-post, 2 dribbles, Michael Jordan fadeaway. And he hit that joint. On the way down, I slapped him on his hand. I said, man, get your damn hand out of Michael Jordan playbook. He said, when you playing against the GOAT 4 times a year, you got to get something out of it, right? But all it does, like me and him went back and forth. All it did for me was let me know that, yeah, you could have played at that level, you know? But then once Ja came about, it was like, okay, I got the blueprint, right? So it's for me to present that to my child and to the world. So this is what Teed Up is really about. Like giving insight on, like I didn't do anything. I didn't reinvent the wheel. All I did was be present for my child, for my kids. When dealing with Ja and dealing with Tap and dealing with everybody in my backyard, I told them the same thing. Like, like for me, I feel like
all the kids was his kids. That's
yeah,
that's
I
how
don't
we
know
were raised.
how many kids
Our grandmother, every kid was her kid. It wasn't like that's my grandkid and then y'all got friends over. It's like they all grandkids.
When it came to me in my backyard and having all the kids in my backyard, I wasn't even focused on my past. I was thinking about these kids. How can I make them better people? How can I make them comfortable? How can I make them reach their goals? I never gave Ja credit until he got drafted for the simple fact that his goal was to make it to the NBA. His goal wasn't to make it to college. His goal wasn't to be the best scorer in high school. His goal wasn't to do that. It was to make it to the NBA. So I felt like as a parent, presently, I was there to make sure I helped my kid and my kids. So it was crazy. This was one of the craziest moments of my life.
Yeah, I mean, you was taking him to visit,
right. No,
you know,
that's what I'm saying.
Anybody else, like who can give me an opportunity?
He can attest. Everybody knows I love my mom to death, right? But when it came to my passion for the kids, I had that on the front line. So it was one instance where Tap went to college, Ja went to college, Tayana, Lindsay, Shaquanda. It was like 7 kids out of my circle got a college scholarship. And I presented it on Facebook. And I was like so proud of these kids. My mom took offense because she said, your nephew just went to the military, blah, blah, blah. And my thing was, I went there. I went to the ceremony for my nephew. I told him I was proud of him. I gave him money. Yeah. But I don't know how many kids I have because I always say I'm my grandma's babe because everything around my grandma was about family, about unity, about my grandma would feed. Phil actually said at my grandma's funeral, he thinks she was a drug dealer.
For real?
Because she didn't have no job.
We ain't never seen her work.
But fed like 17 to 20 people daily.
Mm-hmm. She was resourceful as ever. And it's crazy because he was the pillar to come back and like, my house is gonna be it. Now, me being of the world, I'm out. I'm in Michigan, moved to Charlotte and stuff like that, and then traveled and stuff like that between college and military. So I'm seeing all this stuff, but then I'm coming home and seeing basically him and Jamie done open the house up to everybody. I had no problem with the kids because again, with grandma was big on the kids. Grandma used to give her kids hell because it's like y'all leaving y'all kids, last day of school? Last day of school, we got dropped off to grandma's house, and we ain't get picked back up to the damn day before school start back. Teed Up podcast is really originated in your garage.
Facts.
And all of these people, all these families, all this, it started being people in the community bringing, bottled waters and stuff like that, because the real ones knew he doing something good. The people that are on Facebook and all the social media stuff who actually throwing out negativity and all that stuff. Like I remember my brother like training kids and I said, man, how much you charging? I was in Charlotte.
15.
I said, how much you charging? He said $15 a session. I'm sitting there being a businessman like, what? That's it? I'm like, bro, you feeding them a 3-4 course meal, Gatorade, you even lecturing with them, teaching them life skills and stuff afterwards, and that's all you charging?
It wasn't for the money.
And guess what? Not long after that, people start going off on Facebook and stuff like he don't work a full-time job and his wife don't work a full-time job and stuff. It's like they literally giving food that they buying, they grocery, and they thinking about somebody else when they go grocery shopping. They buying big bags of chips and snacks and stuff like that, the little quarter waters and stuff, but when kids over, they could just grab this or whatever, and people complaining about what you doing in the community and stuff like that, and it never fails. When you doing something great, that don't discourage us, that just bring it back. I just feel like where we grew up at, being in that wood, we was hidden. So nothing really trips us out. Like the luxuries of the life that come with nephews, job and career and the stuff we done seen in the last 5 or 6 years, it'd be so funny to watch because it's like, if y'all knew where we came from, man, it was 3 channels. We ain't never had cable TV. You know what I'm saying?
We running water.
We go from New York to Long Island to running water and all this stuff.
Hey, let me tell y'all
Never
some
got
shit.
whipping.
Let me tell y'all what's nasty. Let me tell y'all what's nasty and why Phil was always the smartest, right? We will play in the dirt all day, right? And he was always, that's why he's on my right side. He's
Hey, y'all don't know these stories.
Always my right-hand man, you know. But we play all day. I'm talking about from dusk to dawn, or me from noon to dawn, something like that. But dirty as hell. Me, him, my cousin Curtis, my cousin Tony, we used to have to wash in the same bath water.
Same tub. Heat it up on the stove.
Go first.
Phil would go first. Hey, Phil would tell me, go next, because you know Tony and Curtis gonna be a little bit dirtier. Hey, I promise when Lope got in the tub, it was like mud. It looked like mud, I swear. That's how we was living. Yes. But that's where our humility and all come from humble beginnings. That's why we are so grateful for everything. Yeah, because like I said, humble beginnings.
Yeah.
But to expose y'all to the same thing, it was not that, but I'm just glad that everything about it became humility as far as, you know, how Ja is like humanized. And that's the,
remember we went to Golden Corral in San Antonio?
Oh man.
He said, I want a buffet. This was this year. Yeah. Bro, we in San Antonio. He said, me, T, nephew, and
Kevin, yeah.
Nah, Kevin there.
Kevin was there?
No, Barry.
Justin was there.
And he finishing workouts, and he like, yo, come on my hotel, man, let's get some food. He said, I want a buffet and a tomahawk steak. We walking over there to me and T walked over from our hotel to his hotel. He get over there, and we going back and forth on text, and he like, let's go to Golden Corral. And I said, what? You know what I'm saying? You would never think that. Man, no lie, bro. We done jumped in the shit and go over to Golden Corral, man. When I tell you not nobody came to the table and said, hey you
can I get
didn't bother us. Yeah, I said, I'm going to sit here at the table with the drinks till y'all get back before I go get my food. John came back with some popcorn shrimp, some cheesy-ass macaroni. Water, some chicken wings. I think he had some rice and gravy or something like that.
Yeah, he went back and got chicken wings. He went back and get the same plate.
Yeah, and I said, he said, man, I think them the last wings for right now, but you know, you could go check if there's more. If not, you could get a couple of them. And I'm just sitting back like, bro, you at Golden Corral, like people would be tripped out about this. And he like, man, we used to go, I guess y'all used to go all the time. And they done closed down the Golden Corral and something. But it's like, he like, bro, we used to go here. I don't know if it was before games or whatever, but he like, man,
it didn't even matter practice.
That was the spot, and all our birthdays used to be Applebee's or that Chili's.
Man, yeah. Hey, and that was crazy because we go to Applebee's and it used to be people cutting up, and I would look at Ja and tap them like, if y'all ever, I would tear y'all ass up. Act like y'all ain't never been outside. Cause I'm talking about they jumping around and all that, man. If y'all don't sit your head down and eat your damn food.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like the circle will forever be the circle, right? And I always told them, know the capabilities of everybody around y'all. Like, and then I made a reference because Wally brought me up one time in church. That's when he would pro temp. He was just playing. He would pro temp on Kids Day, so I had to speak. And my thing was, I said that message, but I was like, if they told me Wally robbed a bank, I'm like, hell no, not Wally. And I said, but if they told me Wally dressed up in a red dress with a wig for some day, that's why he don't even give a damn, right? Because that's who we are. We fun-loving people that love people, you know. But that's the pretty much message that I think everybody got to hear because everybody think it's a different world. No, you cannot reinvent the wheel.
Family-based, family-oriented, you know, that's just how it's going to be. Like T said, it's going to be light. It's always going to be funny. It's going to be joking. So if you're sensitive about somebody joking on you, you really can't be around us. But this journey really came from, it ain't never been nothing given to us. Like me and you was just talking about, all of that shit was the hard way. All of it was a difficult path. All of it was like, nah, that's why, like, I love this platform because we can actually share this stuff. We can hear other people's stuff, relate or may not relate.
And that was always the thing about Ja, because he always saw camaraderie. Like, it wasn't no myth or anything that, and there's videos out there, when we came up, they was like, yo, go dance in front of the camera, go dance at the family cookout. Go. If you had a talent, they were putting you
on the spot.
On the spot. Yeah. So me, I thought like, hold on. So now, this is why Ja is not afraid of the bright lights, because he was always there. I always said, and I'm talking about, I'm threatening him with an ass whipping if he don't dance in front of this whole crowd. Yeah. Like, yo, go get it. I can't get indicted for that. I mean, statute of limitation gone. But yeah, Ja would actually do the Michael Jackson every time. I'm talking about put the glove, for real, put the glove on. I'm talking about unbutton his shirt, and shout out to LaTanya Saunders. She used to go crazy like she was a stalking fan, but yeah, but just for the bright lights, everybody not built for them, but at the same time, Teed Up is built for this, for everybody to hear the GPS. Mm-hmm. Everybody hear the GPS.
Everybody.
But as far as playing the game and all, everything was surrounded by sports, right? So whatever your child feel like their destiny is, Teed Up is about that. Like, just push your child to be the best version of themselves.
Right, and whatever that is.
Yeah, I don't care. Entrepreneurship. I mean, I'm telling tonight, go sell 5 houses tomorrow type joint. Mm-hmm. You know?
Because sometimes you gotta switch it up.
Yes.
Sports broke my heart. So I didn't push it on my kids. Like T said with the Michael Jackson thing, my daughter loved dance. So whatever our thing was as parents, whatever our kids wanna do, we getting behind that.
It's making a pro, but not as a professional.
Yeah.
So that's what I don't want everybody to wrap their mind around Teed Up being about basketball or sports in itself. It's about being a parent, you know, Teed Up for everybody to listen and realize that all you have to do is be there.
Yeah.
Be there and support 1,000%, you know. I mean, we know it's only a certain percentile that's a pro. Basketball, football, baseball, whatever the case may be. But you can be a pro in anything you like. So Teed Up is about that. Stay there for the kids. They need you. Yeah. They need you. So we just want everybody. It's not just going to be about basketball, for real. We just want you to be there for the child. Y'all see the world. The world needs us to talk about it, right? Because when you walk through that dark alley, you got to realize it's sunshine on the end. You know, you got to push your child to that sunshine. Mm-hmm. True story. You know, so that's what Teed Up is about. Stay tuned.
NBA Know the brand, the foundation. A lot of events coming up, man. Stay in tune, man. We'll be throwing a lot of things on the Catch 12 sites, Instagram, YouTube. Man, just stay tuned. Subscribe.
Yeah.
Teed Up.
We up.